So the first card you have, your past, is the Sun. And you've been through a time of just feeling really confident about some things that you've achieved. But for some reason, I'm seeing something's hidden. So you haven't revealed this big thing you've achieved yet. And, you haven't told people about these achievements. Maybe you've told one person or a couple of people you trust, but you haven't gone and told everyone. You haven't made a big announcement or anything like that. Part of you just wanted to wait until the time was right to announce this for some reason. That's just how you felt at the time. So the next card you have, your past, is the Three of Cups. So yes, you're celebrating this achievement or these achievements, and maybe there were one or two people who you're just quietly celebrating with. It could just be one other person, but I am seeing a very small group. And you weren't ready to talk to everyone about this yet at this time. So you've really, this little group or this one person or two people, you really, really trust them. So you trust them with anything, and that's why you've told them and nobody else. There's a lot of love between you and them too. It's a very innocent love. It's like a friendship love, and it's like the love of siblings or friends, close friends. It's a very innocent love. You just trust each other, and it's a sort of relationship, the sort of friendships that you can tell each other anything, which is a very, very rare, special thing to have. And you've been celebrating with these friends. Or, it could be family, but it's someone very, very close to you or a group close to you. The last card you have, your past, is the Fool. And I love the Fool. I love it so much. So it's one of my favorites. So yes, for single people who are looking for a relationship, yes, there's someone new I'm seeing coming in if they haven't already. And they're a really fun person. They're just really fun, and they're just really, really funny. And you could just be talking to this person. I'm not seeing you're actually dating this person yet or anything like that. Or maybe you're just flirting, or maybe you're just talking. But there is attraction there. There's definitely attraction there. And, this person's really fun. They love socializing. They make everybody laugh. They make you laugh. They're just really funny. And, I'm seeing that at this time you had a sort of inner confidence because you've had this thing you've achieved, and you're kind of keeping it to yourself. So you have this great inner confidence. And this person probably was attracted to that confidence. And, so that made them attracted to you. I'm not saying you're not attractive, but that's, they're attracted to your confidence. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have, your present, is the Six of Pentacles. So yes, again, this is about this person again in the Fool. This person's really generous, but I'm not seeing that they're necessarily generous with money. I'm not saying that they're not, but their generosity is with the way they speak to you. So they're not afraid of complimenting you or opening up to you. They open up and they tell you all of their, things that have happened, how they feel. It's really all about their feelings. They like opening up to you. And, maybe this is why you feel them, you find them to be attractive, because they tell you all about their feelings and they give you compliments. And yes, I'd find that attractive too, but nobody says that to me, no such luck. But anyway, this is happening to you. Good for you, because, this person's really, really different from a lot of other people that you've been involved with. You've been involved with some not so good people. So yes, you deserve this. This is a really nice time. I'm really happy for you. The next card you have, your present, is the Six of Cups. So yes, this is this innocent friendship or this family coming out again, or these people that you trust, because you're spending a lot of time with this small group again, and maybe you're still talking about this thing that you've done and you're all discussing it, or it could be other things as well, but you're spending time with these people. And I'm seeing that you don't trust a lot of people outside of this small group. And I'm also seeing that, you do care about these people. And, there could be a family member who's, yes, there's someone around who's a bit childish actually, and, they're a little bit spoiled. But, you're not bothered by them. I'm seeing that you kind of think they're quite cute actually, or something like that. You kind of think, oh, that's just them. You roll your eyes and say, oh, that's just what they're like. And you have a lot of forgiveness for this person, I'm seeing, and you go back a long way with this person. Yes, the last card you have, your present, is the Ace of Swords. So yes, you've had a few very complicated relationships in your past. But now at this time, you're coming into this time where you're just determined to simplify things. So you don't want any more drama, any more complications in your life. And you're just very, very clear about this. And, this realization is really, really sudden. But, you're just really determined to only have positive people in your life from now on, because I think you've also learned from this time in a positive way. You've had such a positive time. You've had these achievements, you've had a great person in the fall coming into your life, this fun person, and you've had this great friendship, group, or whoever this is. You're experiencing these really positive things and positive people. So that's made you determined to not have any of this negativity or these negative people in your life. So the first card you have in your future is, yes, the Six of Swords. Yes, I'm just seeing I'm seeing this literally actually, because somebody close to you is physically going to be moving away from you. And I'm just seeing that you already know about this news, but as the time it becomes nearer and nearer, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be more difficult as time goes on. And this person could be moving quite far away actually, and this is a really good thing for them. It's some good opportunity for them, but you're really going to miss them obviously, and you're really going to be feeling this. Yeah, this person has some regrets too. I'm seeing regret. I'm feeling regret here, and not surrounding you, but maybe surrounding you. Maybe it is surrounding you, but there are regrets, and you know about these regrets, and they've spoken to you about them. They've spoken to you about this in the past. So this person's quite close to you. So the next card you have for your future is the Eight of Cups. So again, this person's going to be leaving. And yes, they have regrets. And maybe you were romantically involved with this person at one time in the past. But you're not romantically involved with them at the time that they leave. That's what I'm seeing. This was in the past. And perhaps you have regrets too, because I'm seeing regret. I am feeling a lot of regret around this. Missed opportunities maybe, and things that, they wished had been differently. And, there may be things you wished you said to this person, but it isn't too late. If you want to talk to this person, you can still talk to them. You can say this. I'm not saying that you're going to stop them from moving, but, you could still keep in contact with them a lot. You could have a long distance. If this is a relationship, you could have a long distance relationship with them. You could move, they could move. I don't know, anything could happen in the future. But if you feel this way about this person, tell them. That's what I'm seeing. Please tell this person. That's how you feel. The last card you have for your future is the Nine of Pentacles. So yes, I'm seeing really good things for money actually, and career in your future too. So generally this is a really, really lovely positive reading, apart from this person leaving. But you can still speak to this person. That's what I'm seeing. But yes, the Nine of Pentacles. So yes, money and career, all these things are looking really positive for you. And I'm seeing that there's some work or some money or an opportunity, and more money is going to come out of that somehow. So maybe you'll be earning, you'll be making money, and maybe some way, some other money will come out of that. So it could mean, there could be a separate opportunity comes out of this, and, it could lead to something else. But yes, I'm definitely seeing success. So this has been coming up a lot in your readings for a while, that you're having this career success or financial success, and it's still coming up here in your future. So yes, definitely for you. And what I'm sensing here is that, you've been through a time where you just felt as if you were forced to be someone you were not, or you were judged by someone around you for not fitting into something, or people were expecting you to fit into a certain thing, or believe in a certain thing, or you're really stifled, you're really claustrophobic and really squashed in by what these people were expecting of you. And you're expected to maybe act a certain way or behave in a certain way, but you're in two minds as to whether you would actually do what was asked of you or expected of you to do or not. But I'm not seeing whether you actually followed what people are expecting of you or not here in this reading. But be yourself. That's all I can say. You can just be yourself. You don't have to follow people's rigid ideas of what you need to do. The next card you have your past is the moon. So yes, you're feeling a bit stressed at this time, and maybe you're even losing sleep. And I'm just seeing you maybe forgetting things, losing things, forgetting dates and times and things like that. And this was frustrating you even more. And even though you had this problem person in the Hierophant, I'm not seeing that this is the reason why you were losing sleep. You were just going through this time where you weren't feeling yourself. You're just going through a slump this time. And I'm also seeing you're a bit quiet around people at this time. You're just keeping to yourself while you're feeling like this. You just weren't feeling yourself. The last card you have your past is the Nine of Pentacles. So you're still concentrating on your work at this time. And yes, even though you're really, really tired, you still had your head down. So you're still able to complete the work that you needed to do, even though you were going through this. And I'm seeing also you were seeing a few benefits coming up for all of the hard work that you've done. Not huge ones, but you're just seeing a little kind of encouraging benefit coming up to show you what could happen in the future if you kept working on this and doing what you're doing. I'm seeing this in a lot of your readings, actually, this hard work, and going to see the benefits of this hard work that you're doing. So you do have more of this in the future coming up as well. So the first card you have for your present is the Tower. I'm sorry, you have the Tower. So what I'm seeing with the Tower is that someone close to you could be in a situation that they're not able to control. So I'm seeing that they're in control of themselves and in control of their lives at one stage, but now the situation in their life is just completely out of control. And yes, they've gotten themselves into something very serious, actually. They could even be an addict, or they could be, doing something illegal or something like that, something quite serious where they could get into really big trouble or ruin their lives. It's something very serious. They could be it could be drugs, or it could be gambling, they could be addicted to something, or they're in with some bad people that are, encouraging them to do bad stuff, and they feel really, they feel like there's no way out, actually. I'm seeing that they feel like they're trapped in this. And, you obviously want to help this person, you care about them. And, at the time of the Tower, this is when you were just realizing how serious this situation truly is. And if this resonates with you, I really think that, you can't deal with this on your own. It's too much for you too. It's like a tower for you as well, for both of you. You just need to find some people around you who will support this person, and also who will support you, because it's a lot for you emotionally too. And there are people around you who can support you. I'm seeing that. And you really care about this person, but you're actually feeling really out of depth. So try and get some support around the two of you. The next card you have your present is the Eight of Swords again. Yes, this is still the situation. You feel really stuck in this, and you're really close to this person, or you are really close to this person. And I can see that, all you want to do is help them, but you can't do this by yourself. It's too big of a thing to deal with by yourself. You need to have some outside help. You need to have people who can help you with this. So the last card you have your present is the Empress. And you do have people around you who can help you, or they could help you if you went to them for support. But for some reason, you're reluctant to do this. You don't really quite want to go and talk to people. So maybe this is because, this is a situation that people might judge. If they are an addict or they are doing something illegal, somebody might come and judge that. And then you feel like you can't go to them for help or support. But there are people who won't judge. There are some non-judgmental people around you, and they can help you. So go and find these people. And specifically, there's one person, there's a woman who can help you. Go and find these non-judgmental people around you who can help you. Because that's what you need. You can't do this on your own. It's too big a problem for you to deal with on your own. The next card you have in your future is Strength. And I'm just seeing that you're going to have a risk in front of you. And at this time, you're going to be debating whether you want to take this risk or not. This is to do with work, this risk actually, and it could be something outside your normal job or outside of what people consider to be a normal job. And I don't think there is such thing as a normal job. You can do all sorts of different things for your job. But yes, you do need help with this choice, this risky choice. There are some people around you who you could ask for advice, but it is an unusual situation, so not many people would really understand this unique situation or this problem. You can ask some people, but if you want to keep this to yourself, and you can do that. If you meditate on this problem or this risk or this choice or whatever this is. Get some quiet time to yourself so that you can just think really carefully about what to do about this, whether this is a risk worth taking or not. The next card you have in your future is the Knight of Swords. This is about a relationship actually, or someone you're interested in romantically. And they're just having a conversation with you. And what I'm seeing is they're just going to say something to you that's just, it's the honest truth. But the way they say this thing is really going to be blunt. And it's to the point. So they could come and hurt your feelings. And you may discount what they're saying because your feelings are hurt. But don't do that, because they're giving you information that's really useful and helpful. It's just the way they're saying it. And it could be help with the situation in the tower with this person. And if this is help to do with this situation, you need all the help you can get. So really think about what they were saying and take on board what they were saying. The last card you have in your future is the Ten of Wands. Yes, so this is a message again to tell you to try and reduce the stress, reduce the burden. You have the burden of this person in the tower. You have the burden of the impact it's having on you. You need to seek out help. You need support around this. You can't deal with this all by yourself. And, seek out people. Maybe you're still not doing this, but even if you are, this is just reminding you once again, you do have people around you who can help you. It's too much to deal with by yourself. That's what I'm seeing.